You can see exactly where this ritual began. Moments like the humiliation ritual involving Ray J, or the spiritual ritual of LeBron James cutting Kai's hair on the final day, were the moments his old identity was officially shed. Kai's hair cutting during Mafia 3 might seem like just a funny celebration for hitting 1 million subscribers, but if you look deeper, it mirrors the biblical story of Samson almost perfectly. In the Bible, Samson was the strongest man alive. His power was tied to his Nazirite vow, symbolized by his uncut hair. He was an outsider, a warrior that the Philistine elite couldn't control or defeat in battle. But they eventually found his weakness, a woman. They used Delilah to trick him, and while he was vulnerable, his hair was cut. The moment his locks fell, his supernatural strength vanished. He was immediately captured, blinded, and forced to work as a slave for the very people who used to fear him. Now look at Kai Cenat. Kai was the Samson of the streamers. He was successful and didn't need the industry. But then, the industry tempted him with levels of fame that he couldn't refuse. They used that offer of more to symbolically and physically cut his hair. On the final day of Mafiathon 3, we saw a ritual played out in front of millions. It wasn't just anyone cutting his hair either. It was LeBron James, the king of puppets himself, one of the biggest gatekeepers in the industry.
Last one, guys, last one.
Oh my God! Yo, chat. Oh my gosh!
When LeBron cut those locks, they weren't just changing his look. In my eyes, they were cutting his connection to the divine and compromising his soul forever. They tempted Kai with endless power and riches, and he fell for the bait. Like Samson, Kai went through a period of blindness and disappearance immediately after the haircut, only to reappear months later in these eerie red-lit rooms with Jaden and Will Smith. One thing is for certain, the day Kai Cenat let LeBron cut his hair was the day the old Kai officially was no more. This matches the energy of Jaden Smith's own debut as creative director for Christian Louboutin.
What more do we have to say? What more can we say? I know this much. The scary part is for me that they're going so hard with their belief of the negative parts of the Bible. They believe that, bro. The people with all the money believe this, because if they didn't, why would I need to do some ritual? Why would anything with the Bible connect with anything with today? It shouldn't. That should be a fairy tale, and we should be moving on, living in the world of the Jetsons.
Where are you now? I'm going to slow it down to show you frame for frame. Now, it's created by a lot of Justin Bieber's fans, a lot of artwork from fans, but I'd argue that some of them were created by Justin Bieber to strategically slip them in there to send a message. So this one is really disturbing. It's Justin Bieber with pizza wings, a pizza above his head. Far upper right corner, you see his face smelling him, and his eyes are appearing kind of like bloodshot and crying with some devil horns. And if you don't know, in the Epstein files, pizza is used to reference children. Kill the poor, love the devil back, $5 to look at it. This one says false god. Here's another devil one with his mouth silenced. This one says put drugs in your butt, and it has like a little sinister face on the side, and he has a necklace with ice cream on it, a little tag. Ice cream literally means male. Yeah. Here's one that looks like he's giving some. Here's him with his head blown. If you're reading this and it's already too late. Here's another one with the Illuminati symbol that says we made it. Hollywood with cavities and death. This one is with the devil saying the greatest trick I've ever did. Bush did 9/11. Here's one, two-way street, safety or fame. With a bunch of dead people, his eyes bleeding, his face being completely silenced. Illuminati once again. Jesus saves. Help, Ronald McDonald is killing our kids. Upside down crosses, more Illuminati. Stop worshiping me.
It's scary how deep the rabbit hole is, and I don't even like going down these holes with y'all. Pause. But y'all love it, so let's do it.
Alexa, who won Super Bowl 60?
The New England Patriots won Super Bowl 60, defeating the Seattle Seahawks for their 7th championship.
What was the score?
The New England Patriots won 28-14 against the Seattle Seahawks.
Well, as you can see, I'm recording this in real time, 0 to 9. You leave it in the comments what the actual score was when this video was done. Was it rigged? Later in the video, I'm going to break down what I think it is and connect it all. Let's go.
They never told you this in media history class, but the modern Super Bowl halftime show exists because black creators embarrassed the NFL on live television.
Oh, what a surprise. Here we go again with affirmative action. Let's have a different set of rules for blacks.
By the early 1990s, the Super Bowl was a ratings monster, a cultural event, but halftime was just a bathroom break, a parade of safe, unforgettable performances. Then came In Living Color. Fox, the underdog network, saw what others missed. Halftime wasn't competition, it was an opening. Instead of trying to beat the Super Bowl, they hijacked the moment when viewers tuned out. During Super Bowl 26 in 1992, In Living Color aired a live halftime special comedy. Music, edge, and put a countdown clock on screen so viewers knew exactly when to switch back. No fear, no apologies, pure strategy. Over 20 million people flipped the channel, and some never returned. That scared the NFL, because it proved the biggest broadcast in America could lose viewers if given something bolder and more alive. The NFL's response was immediate. The next year, they hired Michael Jackson. From then on, halftime became spectacle megastars, global stages, cultural moments. Usher, Beyonce, Dr. Dre, Rihanna. It all traces back to one move by Black creators who understood timing, audience behavior, and leverage better than the institution itself.
That doesn't mean anything.
I'd like to thank everyone who asked the victim, "What did you do to provoke them?" That question kept me in business.
Ended my engagement, and today I'm moving out. There wasn't any betrayal. He didn't cheat or anything. Honestly, I just changed my mind. Sometimes clarity comes quietly. Choosing yourself doesn't always need a big explanation. But my village, the women in my life, are so amazing. They've shown up for me in more ways than one, helping me pass, sitting with me, praying for me, making a hard transition feel lighter just by being there. I'm so grateful for community, for having people who hold you up when you're stepping into something new. So here I am, closing this chapter, putting pieces of my old life into storage, and stepping into a new season. I don't know exactly what the future holds, but I am excited. I feel at peace.
I dove deeper into this situation because I noticed a lot of people on TikTok and other social media platforms were clueless about the real reason why she ended her engagement. Watched a podcast called Dear Future Wifey. I just wanted to do a little deep diving into the situation and what it entails, because I'm a big advocate for marriage and people staying together. So the fact that she just said, I broke off the engagement because I changed my mind, I'm like, hold on.
I'm like, hold on too. I mean, don't tell yourself this is not creepy. First of all, look how just passe and normal everybody is acting. I was looking in the comments and it says she needs better friends. No one sat her down, and that's something that they used to do in the old school because we was all family oriented. Here's another quick thing right fast to connect to this.
This man right here is crashing out in the airport. Here's the thing. This should be all of us. I'll tell you why it's not in 1 second.
Because the Epstein files have been released. All of y'all are acting normal. Epstein files have been released. And all of y'all are acting normal. All of y'all are acting normal. They can laugh.
So you see how normal everybody is being? We all know that these EpiPen papers done came out, and it's been so normalized to this point that everybody's okay with it. Very soon the maps are gonna come out. If you're tired of hetero and you need a 12-year-old, use a map.
What did you say?
Use a map, use a map. This is why I don't be paying attention to everything out here, because they're doing it on purpose, because nobody knew about this stuff 30, 40 years ago. Now it's just every day. Yeah, right, something is fishy.
In the last 6 years, we've had a global pandemic. Turned out to be bullshit. Nobody cares. Nobody gets in trouble. Nobody gives a shit.
We know that was bull because all the people who came over the border, none of them were getting shots. Let's be real about it.
We find out that aliens are real. Nothing changes. Nobody gives a shit. Nothing happens.
Could it be that the aliens were always here? They were just the demons, or jinns as the Muslims call them? Could it be the Anunnaki are just demons and they're basically warming us up to their inclusion into everyday society?
A global ring.
Let me stop it right there right quick, because as I'm editing this, I'm realizing that PDF is becoming like hate speech. You can't put it in your videos, they'll demonetize you. That's interesting, because I remember the F word used to stand for something different. Whatever. They do it like this on this timeline. Let's keep going.
Nothing happens. Nobody gets in trouble. Nobody gives a shit. We found out all the politicians are basically inside trading. That's how they make $140,000 a year. And then by the end of their fucking term, or just in a couple of years, they're worth like $240 million. Nobody gets in trouble. Nobody gives a shit. And nothing changes. found out the president actually was fake.
But racism exists. Cancel culture, and somebody listening is gonna leave him my comment. You're race baiting. All of that stuff he just said, but you jocking me. Come on now, dog. Come on, am I?
Nothing happens. Nobody gets in trouble. Nobody gives a shit. 9/11 was staged. Nothing happens. Nobody gives a shit. Nothing changes. Like, this is like from the year 2020 to 2026, like every other day is like a conspiracy theory being proven right. But nothing changes. Nobody gets in trouble. Nobody gives a shit. The whole Somalian thing. All these politicians that are like stealing billions of dollars, they don't get in trouble. Nothing happens. Nobody gives a shit. I mean, yeah, of course we all give a shit online, and we're like, "Bro, I fucking told you." Blah. But it's like, literally, like, nothing happens. Nobody gets in trouble. No one gives a shit. Charlie Kirk, that guy totally did not just kill him. Like, that one fucking dude did not kill him. Nothing happens. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gets in trouble. Like, it's like, we started a country because Britain was charging us 3% tax. Now we pay 36% tax. Nobody gets in trouble. Nothing changes. Nobody gives a shit. Like, it's like, I think that's the most infuriating thing about finding out all these conspiracy theories that we've had. Oh, Pizzagate. Pizzagate's fucking real. Nobody gets in trouble. Nothing changes. Nobody gives a shit. It's like, it is so mind-boggling how they've like changed and manipulated the way our society and social norms are by just like releasing an overload of information that we're just like, I told you. I told you. It's like,
but the one thing that's never gonna be, I told you, is your black friends was like, yo, we been was telling you, bro. Bro, I told you. I know it wasn't you, Josh, Chad, Connor. I know it wasn't you. But them, I tried to tell you. Some of y'all, like this dude, listened. Some of y'all, but then, like, his parents didn't want to listen. His grandparents, well, shoot, they was at the lynchings. Okay, that wasn't funny. To me, it was, but whatever. But that's never gonna be, yes, black people were correct. Never. Not at least probably not until Jesus comes back. Then it's gonna be like, oh, okay, Jerome, I didn't really believe you at first, but okay, what do you know?
I just don't understand. We should be taking these people into the fucking streets and like executing them. Like, I mean, seriously. Like, that's like what we should be doing. That's what our fucking great grandfathers and great grandmothers would be doing. I just don't understand how we find out these life-altering conspiracy theories that turn out to be true, and nothing happens, nobody gets in trouble, and no one gives a shit. It's like, it's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. I mean, what are your thoughts?
As it turns out, the conspiracy theorists were all right. So stay with me here where this is going to be a lot. So there was a movie released in 1932 called The Most Dangerous Game. And the premise of the movie was where these elites took people, released them into a forest, and then hunted them for game. It's a movie, whatever, right? Okay. There was also a conspiracy theory called Bohemian Grove, which is a private area in California that still exists and operates today, and it is owned by the elites. Bohemian Grove covers about 2,700 acres of redwood forest in California. It is used for annual summer encampments since the late 19th century. Each summer, the club hosts a 2-week private gathering there, attended by members and their invited guests. They are purchasing human beings and releasing them to hunt them. It doesn't stop there. We also saw in the files that they are eating things. Can't even say the words on here. Okay? Disgusting. There's also a girl on here that I follow. Her name is Healing the Mosaic. I went to her page to see if she has anything pinned about the story of like what happened to her, because there are hundreds of stories of this happening to different people. But what they have is they have different groups of people who purchase human beings after they're born. Certain words get blocked. They perform ritualistic things on these people in order to program them to have DID, which is dissociative identity disorder. There are multiple personalities, and when they switch, one personality doesn't remember from the next personality. The goal is to get these human beings to perform different things, and then when they switch, they don't remember. One can be a servant, one can be a child. There are actual groups that this is their goal. This is how they raise children. A couple of the well-documented groups that do this is the Family International, formerly Children of God, and the 2x2s, the Way Sect. River Road Fellowship, Birmingham bathing cult, the Family Australian New Age group. There's tons of them. This is so much deeper and disgusting than I think any one of us could have. Our brain, we're not evil, so there's no way. We are dealing with the most vile and disgusting. You know, as we're growing up, people are like, watch out for the white van. Oh my God, white vans are, you know, and you see children on milk cartons. Who knew that it is literally the people running our world who are responsible for it?
What's creepy about that? Nothing. Man, listen, everything is not creepy, man. Some stuff is just beyond the frequency. I didn't mean to make that rhyme. Be in the frequency. Shout out to my brothers and sisters who actually are the frequency. They are that much of a vibe. Shout out to you, sir and ma'am. Let's keep going.
Now, here's something you need to understand about cancel culture. Most people think it's just angry people on Twitter trying to get someone fired. But Ice Cube revealed something way more sinister. Real canceling is financial warfare. Let me tell you about the big three. Ice Cube didn't ask Hollywood for permission to start his own basketball league. He just went out and built it himself. The big three was supposed to be a league for retired NBA players. Guys who still had game, but weren't in their prime anymore. It was a brilliant idea, honestly. These retired players had massive fan bases. People loved watching them play, and it gave them a chance to compete again. Plus, Ice Cube would own it himself. No Hollywood executives, no corporate boards, no gatekeepers. And that's exactly why they tried to kill it. The gatekeepers, specifically the NBA and major TV networks, allegedly tried to sabotage the big three before it could even get off the ground. They discouraged sponsors from partnering with him. Big companies that would normally jump at the chance to work with Ice Cube suddenly weren't interested. Coincidence? I don't think so. They refused to cover his league on major sports platforms. You know how ESPN covers everything basketball related? Suddenly, they couldn't find time to talk about the big three. They tried to starve him out financially.
Why do we see Muslims praying in the streets all the time? In the aisles of airplanes, in front of buses, in the most ludicrous places? Why do we see Times Square filled with Muslims praying when there are mosques all around? What is happening? What's interesting to note here is that there's actually a hadith where Prophet Muhammad says that Muslims shouldn't pray on roads, that they shouldn't be praying in public spaces where they could be annoying people and getting in their way. But extremists have chosen to say that these ahadith are not authentic, that they in fact should be praying in places where it's inconvenient for others. And the reason why they want to do this is because they want to show that they can do whatever they want to do. It's a show of force. They want you to see how many of them are out there and how they are willing and able to enforce their will on you in your country. I grew up as a fundamentalist Muslim. I grew up in this Islamist ideology. I was forced into a marriage with an Al-Qaeda terrorist. I intimately understand that mindset. And when they're praying in the streets like that, it's a message to anyone and everyone who can see them. We are here, and we are loud, and we are proud, and we are taking over.
Yeah, well, isn't that what the LGBTQ are doing? I mean, let's not forget when they said... So, I mean, I don't think that these people are coming for my kids. In fact, they haven't said nothing to my kids. How about you?
The good life. You know, they take you on private vacations to isolated islands, or you get the penthouse suites in hotels. You get yachts, private jets, shopping trips. They lavish you with gifts. They make it look like it's the good life. This is the good life. Join us. You can have anything you want. You are a god. You can have the world. This is what they tell them. They don't tell them the small writing. And so people get infatuated by the luxury and the lavishness of being, running elbows with the rich. The rich and the elite. Your own private jets and yachts and islands. The good life. They're treated very well. And then they join. They decide, okay, I'm going to join. I'm going to join with you guys. You start moving through the levels and you realize, hey, wait a minute, this isn't what I signed up for. Because then you start learning the ghastly truth of Satanism. And then when you get in, it's...
Thank you to my channel members. We said thank you. Ha! To my channel members. No diddy when I say member. Thank you to my channel members. Fuck you if you're not a member. Nah, I'm just kidding. But seriously, join. Thank you